with the help of companies and universities around the country.
1 million new scientists. 1 million new ideas.
Learn more at 4-h.org.
Stay up late. Coast to Coast tonight at 10 on KSMX.
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely.
Not for very much longer.
I've got to keep control.
Jump to the left. With your hands on your hips.
Presents Coast to Coast AM with George now. Now, here's George.
Thanks so much, everyone, for being with us tonight. Boy, if the topic is aliens in movies, ETs don't get much weirder than the ones that were in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That song, Let's Do the Time Warp Again, is from that. If you haven't seen it, it stands the test of time. It's pretty darn strange. Our intrepid webmaster Lex has found the film clip, from the DVD of Art Bell's guest role in Dark Skies, the program produced by our guest tonight, Bryce Zabel. That series is finally being released on DVD, and I'm about 5 or 6 hours into it. It is excellent stuff. It stands the test of time itself. I recommend that you check it out if you get a chance. When we come back, I want to hear the story from Bryce Zabel about what he classifies as an attempted manipulation of the content of the show by persons unknown. Stay with us on Coast to Coast AM.
At Coast to Coast, we're excited to welcome a new sponsor, Score.com. Score.com is an innovative auction site where you can win discounts on gold, silver, electronics, prepaid gift cards, and more. Score is a style of auction where you pay a small fee each time you place a bid. And when no further bids are placed, the auction closes and the items sells, even if the price is a penny. Winners can save 70, 80, even 95% off retail prices. Some examples of recent items of Score include an LG 32-inch LCD HD TV sold for $54.13. A $500 prepaid Visa card sold for $22.56, and an Apple iPod Touch sold for just $5.87. Score is an accredited member of the Better Business Bureau. Costs nothing to sign up, doesn't require a credit card and call, and it's $10 of free bids when you redeem the promotional code COAST. Now go to SKOREIT.com and sign up with the promo code COAST.
Have you heard? Proactive is now at better than ever. Looking for $1 million giveaway, and you'll also receive Do you have trouble skin acne? Well, we have great news. With new Proactive, your acne can heal and you can prevent be one of them by giving us a call, 1-800-620-5153. Millions of people trying to Proactive risk-free. Get 2 free gifts and also receive shipping. Call right now. You heard it. Be one of the first to try new and Proactive, and you'll receive a 60-day risk-free trial of the new Proactive, 2 free extras, and free shipping when you call 1-800-620-5153. This is our best radio offer ever. Get your risk-free 60-day trial of new Proactive plus free shipping. That's right, free shipping. This offer won't last long. Call 1-800-620-5153. That's 1-800-620-5153.
Michael Savage, weekdays at 3 on KSMX.
So scenario is this. Is Hollywood playing ball with dark forces, the Pentagon, CIA? Are they helping to shape the message? Is the message being manipulated, the truth being manipulated in the programs and movies that we see? Bryce Zabel, you said that you hinted that during the time you were producing Dark Skies, that somebody approached you with a message. What's the story?
Well, okay, before we get into this, I want to say that we're going to circle back, and I'm going to take the position that I don't think most Hollywood product that we've talked about is being manipulated or has to be manipulated. And what I want to tell you about what happened during Dark Skies, I want to put a caveat out there on it. I'm going to tell you what happened, but I'm not drawing a conclusion that this was someone from deep inside the cover-up. As we both know, ufology has been plagued by people who pretend to be people that they're not. And so as I tell you the story, it could easily be that, that may be the explanation. One thing that I can tell you that is for real, though, that I know is for real, is when I first met Brent Friedman, he told me an incredible story about a family friend who was a high-level government official in the Reagan administration, and the story that he was told. And I'm not going to tell that story right now because I need it to be heard from Brent's own words. It's on the Dark Skies tape under the Easter egg on the 5th DVD, and I'd rather he tell it in his own words because I don't want to misrepresent it. But I do want to tell you one about what happened on the night that Dark Skies had our screening party. We debuted on September 26th, 1996. We had a big party out of my house, and I think there were like 200 people here. There were the studio executives and the network executives and the cast and the crew, and we were just trying to have a big party that would give everybody a chance to see the show. We had TVs in the backyard, and it was just a lot of fun. As people came in, they were registered, and we gave everybody a Majestic 12 badge with their picture on it. Okay, so if anyone sees a nice red Magic 12 badge with my picture on it, I'm not purporting that that's anything other than my collectible from that party. During the party, I was the executive producer of the series and the owner of the house, so I was doing a lot of posting chores, and I'd already seen the pilot like 7,000 times at this point, so I was tending to business, and Brent was in the same position. He was just off hanging around in the in the backyard watching people watch the show. And when he was having a beer, a young guy showed up, I guess, early 30s, in a blue blazer. He had a crisp white shirt on, black loafers, this kind of thing. He looked like the kind of guy that might have been one of the studio or network executives, but Brent had never seen him before. And he didn't have a Magic badge on, which everyone else had. And he said to Brent, well, this is quite an accomplishment. It's a really good show. And he said, what's amazing to me is that you've worked a lot of truth into this show. So Brent ends up having a conversation with this guy who tells him, you got a lot of stuff right, but you got a lot of it wrong. And he says, if you're willing to bring some people in who can pretty much tell you the errors you made and tell you what's really going on. Now, that he seemed like a pretty straightforward guy, and he was not threatening in any way. Brent said, what's your name again? The guy said, well, you can just call me JC. He was smiling, he was cordial, he didn't look like a government spook. And he said to Brent, look, I know you think I'm just putting you on, that I'm some kind of wacko, but you have nothing to fear. But I was sent here, and as a sign of good faith, I want to show you something. You have paper and pencil. And Brent didn't, and just as he was fumbling around, his wife showed up. She did have paper and pencil in her purse. And he starts writing something on this piece of paper. And Brent said, well, what is this? And it had this kind of weird hieroglyphic kind of look. And the guy said, it's the secret of the universe. And I know how crazy this sounds. And Brent said, well, what is it? And the guy said, sound, light, frequency. The combination of those three forces allows you to control the universe. He said, now, put it in the safety deposit box, 10, 15 years from now, you'll see that I was telling you the truth. Now, what's interesting about this is Brent was freaked out by this guy. I mean, that seemed like a very credible thing the way he laid it off. And another producer of ours, Brent Markowitz, was also approached by this guy who did the same thing, sound, light, and frequency. And I've never actually found out something that relates to ufology. George, have you ever heard of people talking sound, light, and frequency? No. I don't know that either.